I need to call upon Capitalpay to do their presentation.
Commissioner General, once again, it's my pleasure to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also my great pleasure to have this opportunity to present to you our solution to better the lives of the clearing agent industry here in South Sudan. Just to give you a bit of a background of Capitalpay International, we are a financial technology company that was started in the Republic of South Sudan, and we're focused on the world, and we're not actually in Africa. This is always our slogan. So we're here next door where we were born. Our motive for today's presentation is to basically provide growth for the Ugandan clearing agent industry for financial sustainability. Currently, we see challenges that is affecting the Uganda Revenue Authority, as well as the clearing agents and the associations. The first challenge that we see that the Ugandan Revenue Authority is facing is the fact that there's a lot of revenue leakages. The Uganda Revenue Authority is able to determine the true value of goods that are being imported, as well as people that are smuggling goods into the country and selling it tax-free. The other challenge that we see is the challenge from the shippers themselves. They are constantly engaging with the clearing agents to know the whereabouts of their consignments, negotiating, and it's a bit frustrating for them. The other challenge that we've seen is for the association themselves. The association have no money. They're constantly going to the government asking for support, going to the likes of Afrexim Bank for capacity building, and our goal today is to also help them to be independent, and we would love to liberate them on that front. We've also noticed that there's monopoly happening with the shippers. Even the shippers themselves that are importing goods end up clearing their own goods, eliminating the clearing agents from the ecosystem. So the platform that we want to establish, which is going to be presented in depth by Mr. Darius Moby, is to help address all these challenges that are currently being faced in Uganda. We are not coming here to present to you a solution and try it for the first time. It's a use case that we have already done, and we would like to implement it here. And we've implemented next door here in the Republic of South Sudan. For your information, according to the statistics, the South Sudan Clearing Agents Association are actually the richest association in Africa, not in East Africa, in Africa. South Sudan only has 200 imports and exports per day, which is very low compared to Uganda, who has 2,000, compared to Kenya that has 6,000, compared to Tanzania that has 4,000 declarations per day. Kenya Association, they're making $180,000 a year. South Sudan is making $40 million within the last 24 months. So you can imagine the comparison with the introduction of our solution. So the system, of course, is going to be a system that is used by everybody. As I mentioned, the clearing agents, the owners of the consignment are able to log into the system and monitor the location of their goods in real time. Is it a tax calculation? Is it in the storage facility? Is it reaching my doorstep on Tuesday? These are information that we'll be able to provide to the association as we implement this system. The system has a unique tool that will be very nice for the Uganda Revenue Authority to understand, and that tool is the price verification module that determines the true value of goods that are being imported. The system is also a unique system that helps the clearing agent establish a minimum rate. A minimum rate is something that we will intend to apply. Not only do we implement the minimum rate, but we will also secure the fees of the clearing agents. The Capitalpay solution enables you as the user of the system to control your money, to pay yourself in real time at the comfort of your own home, your office, or wherever that you may be during the day that you're operating. It's a tool for now the association to now generate money to help with capacity building. With this solution, the association will become independent to establish facilities that are there for capacity building for clearing agents, and even establish a club or even a building for the association where only accredited licensed members are only accessing this facility to help enhance their capacity. As I mentioned, there's a lot of unlicensed agents or brokers in the middle that are handling goods, taking your jobs away. So this tool eliminates these middlemen, creating more jobs for you as the Ugandan clearing agents. So, as I mentioned, it eliminates a lot of revenue leakages. It will help the government increase taxes. All these fees that the clearing agents are going to be charging are subject to value-added taxes. Now, as a company who is clearing goods, the revenue authority is able to be in the know of all your transactions, meaning that you will now tax the right taxes that is due to you because you know the transactions that are happening. We are in partnership with all the largest banks in East Africa. We're known to Kenya Commercial Bank, we're known to Stanbic Bank, which is the largest bank here in Uganda, Visa and MasterCard, and even our bank from Uganda who just presented it here today. We will be partnering with them. So Capitalpay is not a financial institution that's going to be monopolizing the payment sector. We work with everybody, all the banks in the country, including MTN Mobile Money, who will be integrating with us in order for the minimum fee to be established. The beautiful thing about this system, and I'm happy to announce that it's going to be 100% financed by Capitalpay. We don't require any funding from the association. We don't require any funding from the government. We do 100% financing as part of our business model, and Mr. Mobi will explain everything. And most importantly, data security, where we will host the data locally with government data centers in order to ensure that your data is not compromised and it doesn't land in the hands of people that may be having ill intentions. So with these very few remarks, I look forward to working with the clearing agents, the Uganda Revenue Authority, and we hope that we can build a sustainable future for all the stakeholders with this solution. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Darius Mobe. I'm an executive board member of Capitalpay, and it's my pleasure to make a presentation to yourselves regarding the Capitalpay system, and our group CEO has spoken about what we would like to offer. I would like to expound on that, and hopefully at the conclusion of it, you will have seen the value proposition that we are presenting to UCIFA and its esteemed members. As the CEO mentioned, Capitalpay is an African company. We have a presence at the moment in 15 countries in Africa, in Asia, and in Europe. Our company headquarters is in the United Kingdom, at the Financial District in London, at the Canary Wharf. That's where our headquarters is situated and located. What then do we do? We are a systems development company. We build technology solutions that help solve certain challenges either in the private sector or in the government. And in this particular case, we are partnering with all of you who are members of the private sector to be able to build a system that is in line with the theme that the chairman spoke about, which is the theme of this particular AGM, which is focusing on financial sustainability and the growth of USIFA and its membership. So in line with that, what is our expertise? Our area of expertise is to digitize businesses and to be able to offer solutions that bring on board technology to the business practices that you are already engaged in. And we offer to the private sector specifically electronic document management systems. We do digital payments and settlements. That's a very big part of what we offer and our product offering. We also work with governments to offer border management systems, which is the generation of electronic visa. And we're doing this in the Republic of South Sudan, we're doing this in Sierra Leone and other countries on the continent. As an institution, and focusing specifically on what product offering we have for the USIFA membership, we want, one, as our CEO explained, to offer you a solution that gives you a guaranteed minimum earning on a month-to-month basis. That's number one. Number two, we want to digitize your document processing and enhance the systems that you're currently using to process your documentation for your clients and be able to make the work much easier for yourself. And our target is to digitize the members of USIFA to a point where you can be able to offer services to your clients from the comfort of your office and be able to deliver on what is required of you. Next slide. So then, what are the impediments that are plaguing the freight forwarding and customs clearance industry? We have manual processes, we have delays in custom clearance, and we've got inconsistent oversight. I'm going to speak about that in a short while. And of course, we've got high potential for fraud and revenue leakages. So even if we focus in inconsistent oversight, I've not touched anything.
Just a minute, sorry.
Can you hear me now? Okay. We want to empower USIFA to do what we call self-regulation, so that then USIFA, in supporting the Uganda Revenue Authority, can be able to self-regulate and ensure that only its members who are vetted and are in good standing are participating in the business. How then do we intend to achieve that? We intend to achieve that by working very closely with USIFA to create a database for all its members. And then we will be able to have USIFA issue each of its membership with a single-use certificate every time they want to clear some goods. And this is about to self-regulate and ensure that it weeds out members who may be rogue or who may have messed up with clients. Then USIFA is having the control of weeding them out. And also, as our group CEO spoke about earlier, to be able to ensure that people who are not licensed practitioners in your industry are also weeded out. Then, for the government, for the Uganda Revenue Authority, there is high potential of fraud when the industry is not regulated. Through our system, we will be able to offer a price verification module. And this particular price verification module
will then enable the government to realize the revenues which are attributed to them.
I think the microphone doesn't like me. So, for the government and to the Commissioner General who is here with us today, the implementation of the Capitalpay system is going to put more revenues into the government coffers through our price verification module, that's number one, but also ensuring that any good that enters into the Republic of Uganda is tracked and is accounted for, and thus it seals revenue leakages. This is our value proposition to the members of USIFA. The first one is we want to establish a secure digital accreditation and payment ecosystem, which I've spoken about. The second pillar of our value proposition is to seamlessly integrate the USIFA registry with the URA custom system using secure API technology. The third pillar is to require all clearing and forwarding fees to be processed through the Capitalpay digital system. And you may wonder why. The reason why we're doing that is to put money in your hands. Every time you process your fees, we'll create a wallet for yourselves. The money goes into the wallet in real time, and you are also able to withdraw the money in real time. So as soon as you process your fees and the money is in the wallet, you will have accessibility to the money. Our CEO explained that we are going to integrate with all the major banks in Uganda, and as a result of that, you will be able to push money into your respective bank accounts. The fourth pillar is to foster accountability and traceability throughout the clearing process, and I've spoken to that once all the agents are registered, once all the documentation for processing the goods are processed through the system, then there is visibility to the government and also to yourselves as members of USIFA. And the last pillar is to enable real-time verification of agent credentials to ensure only accredited agents who are in good standing are able to operate. And as a result of that, as I explained earlier, we are able to weed out the rogue agents. What are our objectives as Capitalpay as we seek to deploy this system? We want to promote seamless digital transactions with full audit trails. So for instance, when as an agent you are called to account, you can be able to go onto the system, log into the system, and be able to go back and check all your transactions and be able to access your audit trail. What else are we offering? Through the fees that will be collected through the system, a portion of it will go to USIFA as an organization to help in capacity building. Could I have a better mic, please?
Pardon us, we don't know what is happening with them. Kindly there.
Maybe I'll change my position. I hope this works now. So, from the fees that will be collected, a portion of it will be assigned and allocated to USIFA, and that will be used for capacity building of the members. Our goal, aim, and target as we work with yourselves is to try and raise sufficient funds that you can be able to build your own headquarters. And as you do that, you will have training facilities that will enable USIFA to be able to train its members on best practices in the industry and be able to empower them so that they are able to serve their clients in a better way. The other objective that we have is to eliminate fraud and leakages
and increase tax collection for the government, and I've spoken to that. What are the key challenges that face the logistics industry in Africa?
I'll put them here so that you interchangeably use.
So it looks like you're going to be playing this game. Every time I use it, you bring a new one. Thank you, Tom. The key challenges that face the logistics industry on the continent. One is data sharing, because we have low trust amongst key stakeholders in the industry. Then we also have weak legal and technological frameworks that support that are supposed to support the digitization of the industry, but because of these weak legal frameworks, then that has not been able to happen. Many systems of the continent remain manual or are poorly digitized. Change resistance and lack of investment, and I hope we are not going to face this with the members of USIFA as we seek to drive you towards digitization. I hope we'll have your full cooperation, and we assure you that as we go on that drive, we are going to deploy sufficient resources to support you as we transition from manual processes into digitization. Then, as we do that, we will eliminate high error rates, inefficiencies, and also reduce fraud. Then, as we work and digitize yourselves in this sector, we are going to integrate with different systems. For instance, at the onset, we are going to integrate with the customs system, and we are going to integrate with many other systems, including the systems that support the banking industry, so that then they enable you to have real-time accessibility to your fees. Then the other thing is we are going to focus on security, and we are going to use blockchain technology to ensure that your data is secure and safe. And as Capitalpay, we work with the top global ICT security institutions to ensure that we put in place sufficient security protocols to protect not only your data, but also the data of your clients. We are going to ensure that as we come in as your partners, we work together to ensure that you comply with world standards and what is required of you as industry practitioners. As we work together, we are also going to assist in lobbying the government to be able to close policy gaps that may exist in the industry, and also be able to assist in lobbying for policies that then favor yourselves. Because when you come together and when you help the URA realize much more revenue, then you have a voice. And that voice then can be used to influence policy and push the government in the direction of that formulates policy that favors you. For example, we've seen an overarch of shipping companies where they want to come on land and be able to participate in your business. Once we come together, then this is something that the government can be lobbied to put in place policy to stop them, so that then they don't encroach into your business space. And next slide, please. These are the key features of our proposed system. We are going to deploy a system that will be able to generate a single-use accreditation certificate, which then every time you want to serve your clients, you will have that certificate, you upload it, and with our integration with the customs system, then you are able to be granted entry and you'll be able to go in and serve your clients. The other thing that we're going to do is have an API integration with the URA so that it can be able to verify the USIFA registry and be able to Where did my friend go? Sorry, you have to keep on switching.
Just realized it keeps switching itself.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we've discovered what the problem is. It keeps switching itself off, so now I know what to do when it goes off. Thank you, sir. So, as I spoke about the API integration with the URA system and also with the banking system to enable you to receive real-time revenue every time you serve your clients. Then we are providing you with a digital payment platform which is secure, it's got traceability of all the transactions that you perform, and it also eliminates paper trails and having to do manual paperwork. Then with the fees that are going to be charged on the system, you will have a module that will ensure that part of the fees that are charged, you get a reimbursement of those particular fees. And earlier on, I spoke about a revenue assurance for yourselves on a month-to-month basis. And this is something the chairman and his people will be able to cascade downwards on how that is going to work. So, from every fee that is going to be charged, you will have a reimbursement of the fees. I use this one. Okay, we hope this is a better one. So you'll have a reimbursement of the fees, and that grants you a revenue assurance on a month-to-month basis. And lastly, as I explained, we'll have capacity building trainings that are supported by the small fee that will be attributed to the association, which then will help the association be able to train you and build your capacity, which could be either training here in country or traveling overseas to be able to benchmark with the best practices. So then, as we have engaged your board and members who manage your institution, and today marks the culmination where we are going to enter into a memorandum of understanding, as the chairman indicated, which then leads to deployment of the system. And these steps are the ones that we are going to follow as we implement. We are going to have USIFA give us the database of its members, and then we will check data integrity if it is a company to ensure that it is duly registered in the Republic of Uganda, and so on and so forth. Then after that, we will create a database in the system, and we will issue each member with a unique certificate, a unique number which they will be able to use to generate a single-use certificate. Then we will have API integration between the Capitalpay system, the URA custom system, and any other applicable system that we will require to integrate with. Then we will move to the pilot phase, whereby we will select, with the assistance of the membership and the chair, select members, and we will test the system with them. Then we will gather feedback on areas that may be weak and we need to improve, or areas that we need to customize so that we localize the system that we have deployed. Then after that pilot phase, then we will go live and have a full rollout of the system. And hopefully, with the guidance of the esteemed chair, we will be able to set up timelines that are realistic and also that enable us to achieve this as soon as possible. What are the expected benefits? For the Uganda Revenue Authority, our CG who's here, you're going to realize more revenue through accurate transaction reporting, and we're going to assist you in reducing revenue leakages. And this we do for country, because we are all patriotic citizens of our wonderful country. For USIFA, they will have real-time oversight of their members so that they are able to weed out any wrong members, any wrong individuals that may want to participate in the industry, and ensure only bona fide members are able to participate in the conduct of business. Then they will be able to improve on professional standards and of course reduce malpractices. And increasing professional standards is through, as I said, regular trainings, and reducing malpractices is through weeding out the wrong individuals who are not bona fide members. For the clearing agents, which is yourselves, what are the benefits that you get? We are going to digitize you so that you are able to offer faster clearance, to receive faster clearance approvals, and also we are going to accredit you professionally through your institution. Then you're going to have access to a transparent and secure platform. And as I said earlier, you're going to have revenue assurance, which your Honorable Chair here will be able to explain to you as he cascades this downwards. For the business community, it's fewer delays and more predictable logistics environment, because they will be able through the platform to track the movement of their cargo and their consignments from when they depart from the destination of origin to when they get to the port of Mombasa, as they move along the road, all the way to when they get to them. And they will be able to predict and have better business planning so that then they use technology to plan better for their businesses. Who are our key stakeholders? We have yourselves, USIFA and its membership. We have Capitalpay, which is providing you with a digital platform which has been tried, proven and tested. We have the Uganda Revenue Authority, which oversees customs clearance. We've got the importers and exporters who are going to benefit from the increased efficiency. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. I thank you for your attention despite the glitches. I hope I did it justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again for that wonderful presentation. Our dear membership, I believe some of this information is too much to grasp at a one go. The Secretariat is going to endeavor to avail all the necessary information regarding this newborn creature, the aspect that we are trying to embrace today, and the memorandum of understanding that is going to be associated. And if at all you have any questions or reservations about the functionality, the benefits you're getting, all this information will be availed at the Secretariat.